The artist Maha Abu Auf lived a life full of adventures in her father's house, along with her siblings, including the late artist Ezzat Abu Auf. They discovered that their home, located in one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in Cairo and built on an area of 2,000 square meters, was inhabited by the ghost of a deceased Jew named Salvador Shakoril. The story began after Maha and Ezzat's father, who was an officer in the army, bought a villa in 1958 at the insistence of his wife. Ezzat recounted in several television programs how their family lived with the ghost of Salvador and the situations in which he appeared, until they became accustomed to his presence with them, as if he were a ninth person sharing the house with them. The children discovered the matter, but their father did not believe their stories about Salvador's ghost, especially since he was an officer who had participated in many wars and was accustomed to seeing his friends die beside him. His heart was hardened, and he always repeated, "Let him come out like this." But things changed when Salvador actually appeared to him, as it spoke about his father. The father became convinced of the truth of his children's narrative one day when the entire family was spending the summer in Alexandria, while he was alone at home, composing a new melody. He forgot to open the recorder and decided to go to the kitchen to get a glass of water. Upon his return, he heard the melody whistling softly, but it did not occur to him that Salvador himself was completing the melody. Ezzat and Maha's father returned to play again and started recording the melody. When he felt tired, he decided to go to bed, and as he entered his room, he found a thread entering from the door's hole, gradually forming into a face, Salvador's face. It approached him until it was directly in front of him, nodding as if to say, "It's me." He ran out of the house and came to Alexandria in his pajamas. Describing the first time he saw him, Ezzat pointed out in an old television interview, "I was sitting with my sister Mona playing the piano, and suddenly we removed our hands from the piano, looked behind us, and saw him standing at the exit door of the room. Mona was very scared, and I ran through him." Maha Abu Auf recounted another incident in which she was involved with her brother and sister. "Mona, Ezzat, and I were arguing about who would go get a banjo book, and suddenly the bag lifted and the book came out. We were all shouting and running." In another situation, she said her sister wanted to turn off the room light, and before she could do so, she found a hand reaching out and turning it off. She also affirmed that she saw him frequently penetrating the wall and always holding a lamp. The state of fear and panic did not last long with the Abu Auf family. They became accustomed to living with him and never thought of selling the villa. Where would they find a house built on an area of 2,000 square meters in the Zamalek neighborhood for only £20,000? Moreover, Salvador did not attempt to harm them according to their statements. "We are no longer afraid. My entire family, my cousins, my uncles, and our friends, we all saw him. The intervals at which we see him have become once a year.